This is Jafar from Linkbuilding-Specialist from Holland. We got Rand Fishkin from SEO and Link. I got 5 questions about the building industry.
Sounds good.
Yeah, thank you. The first one is building is an important factor in ranking.
Yeah, it is still a very important factor. I just think that link building is an important factor with the caveat that if it's not surrounded by other important factors, supporting factors, things like social shares and brand mentions and all those kinds of signals, those links are very likely to be devalued. Maybe not this year, but in the future, for sure.
Okay. The second one is the future about the future of link building. Which factor is important in the next 3 years?
So I see a lot of user and usage data going into Google's ranking systems. I see a lot of brand data, brand mentions, search data, aggregated search data. I think we're going to see more and more machine learning algorithms. Google was sort of against those for a long time, but I think that Amit Singhal in particular was not passionate about using machine learning, but I think that's coming around with Panda and Penguin. It wouldn't surprise me if we see lots more of those.
Okay, nice. Third question is if I have some client, they got $2,500 budget.
Okay.
What is the best strategy? What you gonna spend this money in the first position?
Boy, it totally depends. So let's say you've got a client who already has a relatively authoritative site. They're producing good content on a regular basis, and they have a platform with some supporters and a community around them. Then I'd say the best place that you can spend that is to continue the trend of great marketing, great content building and content marketing. And I don't just mean good content. I mean, if you want to go and get some information about cars, go and interview someone who worked on the Top Gear show. If you want some great content about television, go interview a producer or ask someone who's been a television writer to write a piece of content for you. That's where I'd spend my money. I'd go spend it on acquiring those people. If you're a brand new site and you're sort of just starting out, I would probably spend most of that budget on design, usability, user experience, the art direction. That visual side of things is just huge. It moves the needle incredibly.
Exactly. Thank you. And the third question is which social media you should use for better ranking? Which one?
Well, so this is a challenge. I would say that Facebook is incredibly important as an indirect signal because so many people use Facebook, but Google has very little access to the data that's going on there. So you really have to hope that as you're sharing things on Facebook and you do well there, that those signals translate to the rest of the web, to linking, to searching patterns, to brand building, all that kind of stuff. Twitter and Google Plus are much more directly integrated into the algorithm, so you can see Google crawling Twitter at a rapid pace, using a lot of data there, even though they don't have the API agreements that they had years ago. Yeah. There's a lot of influence from Twitter that's making their way into Google. And of course, Google Plus itself, especially if you're talking about logged in searchers, huge impact, right? I mean, you're literally seeing stuff getting re-ranked, rel author getting you that higher click-through rate, all that kind of stuff. So I can't say just one. Yeah. I think you've got to be using them all.
Exactly. Last question is your newest and coolest tool that you use for SEO.
My new one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Fresh Web Explorer. It's incredible. I was using it just today, trying to map out. There was that Interflora penalty. Yeah. And then lots of people were writing about Interflora. Interflora's SEO penalty. Yeah. And I ran a search this morning, searching for Interflora, the brand name. Interflora and penalty together. And then I looked at links. So sd:/interflora.co.uk. And it was amazing. There's a huge spike in all the mentions, but no spike in the links, or virtually no spike in the links, which you look, and of course, all the SEO people are writing about the penalty, but they're not linking to the site. And so it's just amazing. I keep finding new and better uses for the tool. I feel like it's going to be this incredible thing over the next few years.
Okay. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, my pleasure, Jafar.
Okay.
Thank you.